Hello, everyone. It's Shane Conto, your Wasteland reviewer, and welcome to the Wasteland Watchlist here on the SPM Crew Podcasting Network. And this is my weekly show where my guests and I play some movie roulette and randomly select a film from my enormous movie watch list. And whatever we land on could be basically anything. And joining me for this episode is my wife, Jess. Jess, thank you so much for coming on.
It's a pleasure to be here, Shane.
And we landed on the 1925 Buster Keaton film, Go West. And this film was released November 1st, 1925, runs about 68 minutes, and was written, directed, and starred Buster Keaton. And that's all I have, folks. So, in terms of some background, wasn't much background on there. But, Jess, what were your general thoughts on Go West?
I thought the cow was very cute, Shane.
There's indeed
Keaton very stoic, cow very cute. Cow not stoic.
some good cow acting from our cow that Buster Keaton's character befriends throughout the film. It is the heart and soul of the film, is this relationship between Buster Keaton and his cow.
It is very nice.
It is. And I mean that 100% serious and not facetiously at all. So, and like, there's fleeting moments of him, like, connecting with this woman who periodically pops up in the film.
Yeah, whatever.
But the real love story is between Buster Keaton and his cow.
Look, that cow stands up to another cow for him.
Mm-hmm. And Buster Keaton's character named Friendless.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Finds a friend in this cow. And the cow is very cute and they have good chemistry. And it's a pretty well trained cow too,
Yeah.
in terms of like the cow acting. This film's like basic premise is this idea that we have with little luck at keeping a job in the big city, a New Yorker tries work in the country and eventually finds his way leading a herd of cattle to the West Coast. And that's really what this film is about. He shows up on this ranch, tries to work this ranch.
He's really bad at it.
Yes.
He tries to milk a cow by staring at it. And I do admire the power move he tries to pull, however. It's not very effective.
It's just like milk into the bucket, cow.
He's just sitting there staring for like a long time too, because that lady comes by. She's like, "What are you doing?"
Just like waiting for this cow to milk itself, like it's gonna just pee milk into the bucket. And that was a fun gag, like him slowly like inching closer to getting the idea and not fully getting there. There's a couple of fun camera tricks in terms of like POV bull shots, and it's like a fake bull head with horns on the camera, and it's like running fast.
And he's going after Buster Keaton.
Mm-hmm. And they're like, if you throw some red at it, it'll grab its attention. He takes his bandana off and like shakes it, and then miraculously gets the bull to charge right at him, right into the pen, and then he closes the door perfectly.
Wow, he's finally made a breakthrough.
Yes, he's a natural. There's a couple of those moments with the bull cam, if you will, and there's a poker scene where a guy pulls a gun on him, and while he's distracted, slowly like slips his pinky from behind the trigger.
Yeah, so he can't pull it.
And then he pulls out his Derringer
on a string. Like whips it out like it's a yo-yo.
Yep. Pulls out a Derringer on a string, and then the guy gives him a gun after out of respect, and then he puts the full-blown gun on the string.
It's pretty
too.
Funny.
So like you have little moments like that, and you know, Buster Keaton was the king of stoicism.
Yeah, the old stone face or whatever, right?
He was indeed old stone face, and never really see him sweat or react to any of these things. But this film has a humongous climax where he tries to save his cow by taking it off a train, and then every other bit of cattle follows him off this train, and they run amok in this presumably Californian town.
He's too stupid to realize people are running away from the cows and not him. He's just like, whoa, where is everybody going?
And like bulls go into literal china shops.
We love that. I think
And
they did it on Mythbusters.
what
They,
if a bull could get into a china
yeah,
shop?
what would a bull do in a china shop? The answer is be careful until stuff starts smashing and then whatever.
And like, if Buster Keaton's just casually walking around this metropolis with
Yep.
his cow, and then these bulls just get everywhere, and they're filling up the streets to going into these different buildings and stuff like that. It's a 68-minute string of gags,
It's
like
silly.
any good Buster Keaton flick. And there's a lot of fun to be had. It's enjoyable. It's not a long run
The
time.
stakes are not very high.
No, it's just,
The cow lives. I'm happy to spoil that. The cow lives.
yes. And we were all wondering that indeed. And yes, the cow did indeed live to make it to the end of this. And, this isn't quite like Steamboat Jr. or the General
Mm,
or Sherlock Jr.,
hmm.
but it's still a really fun time.
Yeah.
And it has its gags, it has its moments. And Buster Keaton was just a master at comedy in the silent era, doing slapstick and a lot of great reactionary kind of comedy. And, just watching him sit on a stool waiting for a cow to milk itself was quite enjoyable for sure.
Master of physical comedy.
Hmm. But Jess, were there any other things that stood out to you about Go West?
Nope. The cow didn't even make the poster. Wow.
Well, there's a lot of different posters. Like most of the actual posters are of him and the cow.
Oh, okay, good.
But on the beautiful Kino Lorber Blu-ray that they have, it's him and this woman, and he's doing a dip.
Rude. She's in it for like 1/10 the amount of time the cow is.
It's him riding a bull.
Oh, in a caricature. He's got that like silent film makeup on too with the lipstick and the eyeliner. His eyeliner is great in this.
Got some great guy liner right there. Um, they do have this mastered from 35 millimeter nitrate prints preserved by the Library of Congress.
Isn't that the ones that are really flammable?
As
Oh, it's
learned
celluloid.
as learned by
Inglorious
watching
Bastards.
Inglorious Bastards and Samuel L. Jackson doing his voiceover. Indeed, that nitrate film is something you don't want to mess with.
Look, something sank in.
There you go. We do learn things from Quentin Tarantino, apparently. And it's not just that he loves feet. But, Jess, thank you so much for coming on for another impromptu episode of the Wasteland Watchlist as we're unfortunately wrapping up our holiday break.
I like the movies.
Me too. And if you do, make sure to like, comment, and share on this episode. Have you checked out any of Buster Keaton's work? What's your favorite? I'm sure most of you, it's probably the General. That definitely seems to be the one to go to.
It broke new ground.
It broke a train and a bridge.
It
It
did.
did do that. And I'm assuming it did break the ground when they dropped a train on it. But make sure to follow or subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast. The SPM Crew Podcasting Network has plenty of great shows, including my 5 related to movies. So if you do love movies, you should check out my 5 shows, including this one. And we talk about a wide range of different kinds of films.
I'm usually there.
Jess does pop up quite a bit. And we also have some great shows focused on sports and music and physical media and television and comics and, just talking about life with Luke. But also, if you like our logo, go check out High Flyer Creative. They do some great work and they can do some digital marketing for you as well. But most importantly, thank you as always for tuning in and supporting the Wasteland Watchlist here on the SPM Crew Podcasting Network.